Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of championships almost being over, the constructors, mate. The constructors. Well, one will. Bit of self-praise, mate, up on the screen. The lead is considerable now, but that battle for second, mate.
Yeah.
Second, third, and fourth separated by 9 points going into the Monaco round.
Yeah, it is ridiculous how many points are between those second, third, and fourth teams. No points coming out of McLaren for Tier 4 last night. I'm not sure how the other boys fared though, so McLaren with some work to do at least.
Yeah, that's right. But your shining star is not participating until tomorrow night, although he does have a qualifying ban, so that's going to be a little bit of a spanner in the works in terms of his race in Monaco tomorrow night.
It certainly is, mate. But we got the Thursday night delight in the car tonight, so with a bit of luck, he'll come through with the goods and have something to talk about tomorrow night.
That's right, Tent Sandals, as you so rightfully called him, the Thursday night delight.
He's made that spot his own on a Thursday night now in the commentary box, and he's well and truly the Thursday night delight.
He's going to have to take over for yourself tomorrow as the big fella.
He is. I'm on hiatus tomorrow night, and I won't be bringing any of those pre-race tunes to you tomorrow night. Tell you what, mate, those pre-race tunes they're starting to get a bit of a cult following in themselves.
Are they now?
I'm getting some very nice feedback on some of the tunes that happen pre-race on a Thursday night.
X2 Aussie, thank you for the follow, and Big Blue Bus round 2, absolutely. It's going to be a red and white bus tonight. He's got a new paint scheme overnight, but the Big Blue Bus is back in style.
Why is he a bus? Was he not?
So Woo 2 last night started on the hards from P11 and was like a big blue bus in front of everyone. He was in the Alpine, by the way.
Fair enough.
It was a height of comedy last night.
The hards were a shocking tyre.
They are very hard.
Yeah.
For what we need tonight, but looks like we're going to have a driver coming out onto the circuit, mate.
It's Prince OK.
Prince OK.
And I'm going to assume that you know all of these corner names. So you might be able to run us through the qualifying lap with the lad tonight. Because when it comes to names, I'm shocking. I can't even remember my wife's name half the time. Deezy, if you can hear me, I do not have you in my ear at all. I don't know if you've not. I don't know if you've gone away. Have you gone away? Can the stream hear you? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, the stream can always hear me. It's just two microphones situation going on. But I will assume the commentary position to make sure that doesn't, or try and make sure that doesn't happen. And yes, I'll take us through the assume the position. But here we go with Prince OK riding on board with the Alpine around Anthony Nogues to start the first lap of qualifying here on the streets of Monaco this evening, up towards the first corner. Sandavot, try and cut as much of that inside curve as you can. And now we come up through Beaurivage, where we saw a massive incident in Tier 4 last night, into Massenet now, around this long left-hander, into the Casino Square. Fourth gear, short shifting to fifth for traction as we come down towards Mirabeau now, trying to hug as close to the right-hand side wall and then pull up the car straight for the Grand Hotel hairpin. The Alpine's done that nicely, a small lock-up on the inside front. Down through the second part of Mirabeau now into Portier, where Jensen Button flipped Pascal Verline on his side in 2017, reserving for Fernando Alonso's McLaren. And down towards the Nouvelle chicane, probably the best overtaking opportunity of the lap. Not easy though. Cut as much of that right corner in the chicane as you can, as El Jacko is retired on track. He has crashed through to back now. The Prince Alpine comes, very nicely done, just scraping the wall slightly there in swimming pool as well. but nice and valid still through that part of the swimming pool to the second last corner. Raskas, second gear, try not to lock up, and now around the final corner in Anthony Noakes. Slide the car out, put the power down, and come across the line for a 109.4 to get us started, Moosey.
Yeah, good lap there from the lad. A 109.4 is as good a lap time as pretty much anyone we've seen this weekend thus far. Prezzo's... Oh, Prezzo nearly in the wall. Jeez, that'll hurt his lap time. It is a 1 minute 12.8. And, how
he
is
just crunched the wall there as well.
How's he not taking that front tyre off?
Yeah, I have no idea. Very lucky.
Hang on. I'm protesting. As a McLaren driver, I'm protesting. I touched the wall last night and my tyre came off. What is that?
Sometimes it's all about angle. It's just this game. Here comes another lap. It's the Alpha Tauri. It's a 111.3, but I think that lap time from Prince is going to be up there for a long time until it gets knocked off. But who knows? It might get knocked off sooner than we think. AJ
coming across the line. He goes provisionally onto the front row with a 1 minute 10.8. He's a whole second and a half off Prince OK. So that shows you just how impressive that lap time was. As M Stone came across the line just then, a 111.2. It looks like a lower 111's where this Q1 session's going to be at, mate.
It'll definitely get faster. As I was saying last night in the Tier 3 competition, it's all about building up here at Monaco. You don't want to go too hard too early. You just want to kind of get into the flow, get into the rhythm of Monaco. You know, you've been sitting in the lobby for a few minutes. Now you've had dinner, you've done whatever you've done before the race. So you just want to build up into a nice rhythm and just build that speed throughout the 3 qualifying sessions, as Nahammer gets a lot of oversteer there through swimming pool.
Yeah, he certainly did, mate, and he'll be coming across the line in just uno momento. And what can his first lap time be? It goes up. It takes him second last overall thus far. 111.9 is it's a mile off the pace for him, unfortunately.
I think AJ just finishing off another attempt, but not improving on that specific occasion. Championship leader still in the pit lane. His teammate has wandered out. Who else have we got? We've got Sando, who's going to be starting a lap time shortly, so we'll pick him up.
The baby
and I know he's feeling pretty confident tonight with the pace, so we'll see how he goes.
He's normally one of the top protagonists here of the Tier 2 competition, and Monaco with a bit of confidence behind him. Let's see what he can manage here, mate.
Yeah, that's right. He had the pole last week in Saudi Arabia, mate. Take your mind back to that. So he's on a bit of good form recently. He has not had the season that he would have wanted. Just a bit of bad luck and quite a few mistakes from the driver. So it would be nice for him to finish the season with a good 4 races, especially with the draft coming up not too long after the release of F1 22, which is really not too far in the distant future, mate.
It's not at all, and I haven't even done my pre-order yet, so I better get onto that. But yeah, I'm very happy that the new game's coming soon. But mate, I've heard whispers that Jeff is no longer in the game.
Jeff is out, mate. Jeff is gone.
Good riddance.
We have a new engineer.
He can't be any worse than Jeff, surely.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out. As long as the shut-up engineer is still available.
Yeah. As Sando comes across the line, it is second fastest. It is a 109.6, mate. Yeah, I well and truly use the shut up Jeff function. As the Thursday Night Delight's about to come across the line as well, mate. Where can he put it? It's only P6 there, 4/10 Sandals.
Yeah, that's right. Who was that? Who just jumped up? Miller, mate, in the Ferrari on reserve to a 10.6. So look at the 2 out in front. They've a second clear at the moment, but still 10 minutes on the clock, and expect the track to be pretty busy for the rest of those 10 minutes.
Yeah, it certainly will. As Jury Strat is just coming through the swimming pool now, mate, and he's looking absolutely rapid out there at the moment.
Yeah, he's on his first push lap here, so I'm 95% sure that he is definitely not above 95% push at the moment. He would just be getting a banker on the board, and that's very, very important around here, just so you just build it up.
Yeah, it
do one
certainly
time,
is.
then do another time. You know, take a lap in between to cool down the tyres, regen a bit of ERS, and go again. So it's a 12-0 from him. So we definitely assume that he would have more in the car. He's just got to deliver it.
Yeah, he took
We'll go back to the
it,
championship leader now as well.
Scotty. He doesn't know. He absolutely doesn't know. But he's coming through that swimming pool section, mate, and he's looking very nice. It's as quickly as we've seen anyone go through here. So goes very deep into the penultimate corner there. But what can he manage in terms of time? As he's about to come across the line now, it is a 1 minute 11.3 Ds.
Yes, it is. So he's got his first lap on the board. So still 7 drivers without a time. And who is that? Jackie Prez is out of the session, and that is at their hotel hairpin, mate.
Yeah.
The slowest corner in F1 now. Wow, he's just gone straight on there.
And he's taken Wu2 with him.
And Wu2 is still going, fortunately, but there's definitely damage on the red and white bus tonight here in Q1. Unfortunate for him.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Wu2, as he's got plenty of time to come in for a brand new front wing though, so not the end of the world.
Yeah, just had nowhere to go really, being such a tight hairpin already. And Jackie Prez was parked in a very awkward position. Luckily there was quite a from Jackie Prez, so it only impeded one driver on the lap. Here comes Roscoe, mate, who is yet to set a time. This is his first push lap in the session, and he's just coming towards Tabac now. Named for the old tobacco shop that used to be behind the barriers there.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you who looks like they're really struggling out there, mate. Dino420 fam. He's had a couple of bites at the cherry thus far, and he's invalidated all of them. So he's a little bit struggle street out there at the moment.
Yeah, and it's easy to do that, and you think around here, being a street circuit, there's a lot of corners where you really want to try and cut. It's the same as every track. You want to take advantage of the track limits. So
yeah.
It's important as Nickman goes third fastest, mate, in his Williams. How long till we have a tier 3 driver come in and go, yeah, he's definitely a tier 2 driver. Where. And I'm not sure if you saw last night, mate, but he is officially the tier 3 champion after Darkness Abyss was not able to score enough points to keep his championship hopes alive.
Who's this, sorry?
Man, he is now the tier 3 champion.
Nice. So I think that's our first championship that's decided.
It is. Yes, it is.
All the other 3 are very, very, very close indeed.
I think Tier 4 may be able to be decided next week. Obviously, we don't know about Tier 2 and Tier 1 at the moment.
No, very
and
close.
Bait, thank you for the follow, my friend. Hope you're going well. I've replaced you with Moose this evening.
Hey?
I did some commentary on Sunday with Bait, who just chucked us a follow. So, shout out to him.
Lovely. Thank you.
Absolutely lovely.
And I think you mean to say that he replaced me. I'm just going to...
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, jeez.
You know you're my number one.
Yeah, I am.
Love, kiss, kiss. Oh, who's kissed that barrier? It's shining. Sparking. It's dazzling, just like you, mate.
Aww. Oh! Coyo's just clobbered the wall. And he's nearly taken Wu2 with him. And so Wu2, he's in the walls, but not of his own accord. But surely some side pod damage on that Haas.
Yeah, we'll see. He'll definitely probably be coming in. Easy to do there, just turn in at an awkward angle and just sort of get between the two wheels, the front axle and the rear axle caught on that barrier.
Yeah, it certainly did. As, I'm trying
Who have we got out there pushing? Maniac's just starting. Broken.
Is on a lap and a tenth up.
Well, Prezzo. Or is Wu2 ahead of him? Jury's ahead of him. We'll go to Jury.
The Jury straight. Oh, wow. That barricade's on fire.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. It was sparkling, it was dazzling, mate. And I think Fury's getting a little bit loose there through the swimming pool.
He got very loose, managed to hang on to it. We're going to have a little bit of traffic now as well. Not going to hamper it too much.
Bit of understeer there in Raskas. just didn't get the nose pointed into the corner at all. But he goes up to 13th. It's a 1:11.4 and invalidates the next attempt, so no good for him. What about Wu 2? Last night's big blue bus makes a return in the Alfa Romeo this time. And he's coming into the second last corner now. Up towards the final corner at Anthony Noakes. Slided out of there. And he's going to get a lap time on the board here, Moosey, but what's it going to be? P11, not bad.
It is.
Oh, as he basically almost goes into the wall.
What was that sound?
Noises.
Sounded like Arnie having a stroke.
Well, we all know you are the master of the Arnie.
Yeah, that's true. This is Bait Streams in the chat asking if this is PC or console. This is a PS4 league. Sorry, PS5 and 4 league.
PlayStation League. The PS.
For those of us that are lucky enough to have found a PlayStation for less than $1,000.
Yeah, on the black market.
Yeah.
What about Broken Reptile here, mate, coming around the final corner now. So he is one of the 2 drivers in the session to not have a lap time on the board. And he goes 7th fastest. And it's looking very, very tight apart from the top 2.
Yeah,
the rest of them are pretty condensed.
Yeah, it is very, very tight as Darkness Abyss. Has he crashed or is he in the pit lane?
He's in the pit lane. And I don't know if... I think he might have got damaged, mate, being out there. And just didn't have time to go out there for another run with 2.5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I've still
he might have been able to make it, honest.
I've still got 3
yeah, mine's normally a bit fast in Q1 on... For some reason.
I do like the fireworks feature there, though.
They are quite nice.
Yeah, the fireworks feature at the bottom of the hill is quite nice. As Sando has now retired from the session. Mate, the Thursday night delight. He's got Scotty ahead of him. Scotty pulls into the pit lane. And the Thursday night delight. It's looked like a tidy lap. Can he improve here? It is a 1 minute 10.6 to improve by about half a second. Moves himself into P6, mate. Very
yeah,
safe.
mate. Here with Dino, mate. Just been following him around the lap. So he's going to get a lap time on the board here, Moosey. But will it be competitive as he slides it out of Anthony Noakes?
That's
and he goes third fastest.
Jeez Louise. For a bloke that's done 8 laps before he's set a lap time, boy, did he set a good lap time.
Yeah, that's right. 3 lap-old softs as well, plus probably a couple of in-laps, seeing as he binned it a couple of times.
No, he's that's a new set. That is a second set of tyres on his car, as he did...
it's saying 3 laps for me.
4 or... No, but it's a second set of tyres. He did 4 or 5 laps a bit earlier on a separate set.
Did he? Did not know that. Anyway, here comes Kaio, who has a 31.6. So you assume that he's going to improve, and he does up to 13th, mate, ahead of Nat Hammer. And you got to remember, with at the moment, Jackie Prez will make it despite being crushed out, so it would be a 14-car Q2 at the moment. If the Alfa Romeos and the McLaren Prezzo can't improve. But Prezzo has just improved ahead of M Stone to P12, mate.
And Kaio's gone very, very deep and reset to track. Oh dear.
Well, resetting his track is allowed this evening. The one time of the season we allow it here in Monaco. Look, especially in qualifying, no point impeding someone. Just reset and get off the racing line. Anyway, here comes Wu 2. And his fan club in the chat will be wooing him on. And goes 12 fastest, so he's safe through at the moment. Drivers out there at the moment who can do anything about it. Nat Hammer just kicking off his final flying lap. Jury's couple tenths up through the first sector. Kaio, I don't know if he's going to make it around to the flag to start again, or if he's got the field to go, but he was going to try, I believe. Nat Hammer, mate, he's on 8 lap-old softs. This could be a mistake from him.
It certainly could, as he's tried as he may to find some pace out there, but he's just he's got nothing in that car by the look of it. And geez, you're praying and willing the lad on, but there's just no real pace in that Mercedes by the look.
Well, he's got 8-lap-old softs. They're cooked, mate.
As
Fury's hit the wall.
Jury's hit the wall very hard, and I dare say he might be out of this session as well.
Yes, he is.
Still improves. That shows you just how good of a lap he was on, as the checkered flag has now dropped.
Oh, and look how much he's missed out on. Him and Nat have missed out by less than a tenth, or just over a tenth of a second on Q2, mates. Very, very close there. If you disregard the top 2 times, everyone's separated by 0.8 of a second around the streets of the Principality. As we see a leftover Pirelli from Jackie Prez's car parked at the hairpin.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a big loss in Jury and Nat. They are 4th and 5th in the championship at the moment. Jacko 6th.
Yeah, it is massive, the drivers we've lost. And well, all the credit in the world to some of these reserve drivers proving their pace and proving their case for a next season seat.
Yeah, that's right. This is the time of season to be proving yourself. And at a track like Monaco, where it really punishes mistakes and rewards consistency, it's a track you want to put a good performance in at.
Yeah, that it is, mate. Absolutely. As those first 2 lap times on the board are ridiculously fast around this track.
And you got to remember that time from Prince was the first one we had before any track evolution, before anything.
Absolutely.
So that's a pretty insane lap time. I do like the strategy though, going out first where the track is relatively empty, and you're not really having to worry about any traffic on your lap.
Yeah, too right. That was my strategy in qualifying last night. Just didn't quite pay off for me, but it's definitely played off here for Prince OK.
As to say, it's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah, sure.
The bus into Q2, let's go. Yes, bagged, let's go. Now, we have no weather report from the driver, so I'm just going to assume that it's dry throughout. But I'd love to hear a bit of rain in the race, Moose, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Just so I don't have to deal with it tomorrow night, yeah?
Yeah.
I love rain, just not at this track, please.
Yeah, as someone that raced in the rain last night, it would be more than okay to see some rain, because it threw quite a spanner into the works.
And a race that's all about survival, it will become even more about survival, even though it's already all about survival. Survival? How many times can survival be put into one sentence before I stop surviving?
I don't know, mate. It's all about survival here for me at the moment. I don't know. I tried to work it.
We tried. I think we've I think the word survival has expired.
Yeah.
And out first again is Prince in the Alpine on the medium tyre.
Back in a minute, mate.
And I don't know about tier 4 last night, but the medium start was definitely the one to be on. Just go as long as possible and let those gaps behind stretch out, because those drivers towards the back who get through the first couple of laps with no damage will hold up the drivers who have to pit for damage, and then it's a lot of a big bus effect. Hence the name of the big blue bus for Wu 2 last night, causing a bit of a bottleneck on the circuit. But here we go with Prince Moosey, and let's see if this medium laps is anywhere near as good as that soft lap he set in Q1. As he rises up towards the top of the hill now towards the Casino Square on the side of the circuit there, going to split some money there at the casino on the tables, or stay out and watch the action here around midnight Monaco, around the slowest corner in Formula 1, about 50 kilometres, the apex speed for the drivers, down into Portier by the harbour, yachts in the background. as we come through the undercover section, which is a bit of chaos if it's wet because it's dry in there, and you're on the wrong tyres for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Into the new valve chicane. That was very nicely taken by the Alpha. And a little bit of wheel spin though on the exit. Didn't really cost him too much time, just not ideal in terms of tyre temperatures. Orny's hit that wall in swimming pool like he did in Q1, just a little bit too hard, and it's invalidated him. Just couldn't quite get the rotation he needed into the second half of it. So, Maniac, mate, on the softs coming round.
Maniac. Yes, he certainly is. He's about to come across the line now. And what lap time can he set? It is a delta lap of a 112.6 as he smashes on that brake pedal. AJ about to come across the line, mate. He's on the medium, so you would think he's on a pretty respectable lap. And what can he manage here? Goes fastest of all. It is a 111.7. And the tyre delta's not massive here, so that could be a very good lap as Roscoe immediately beats that with a 111.1.
Yeah, he does. I'd probably expect something like I reckon a 109.5 or 6 from Prince. That lap was going to be good. That lap was very good. That's 10th on a 10-0. That's a good lap time.
That's on the soft compound of tyre though, mate.
Yes, it is. Sando's backed off from his medium lap. Maybe a mistake, maybe some damage. Just a mistake. So he's going to go again.
Oh, we're keeping you.
Or maybe it was just a double out lap, a double warm up, break the tyres in, and he's going to go now. We'll go to M Stone, mate, second in the championship, and I think he's going to struggle a bit tonight, being on controller, mate.
Yeah, it's definitely not a controller-friendly circuit, that's for sure. I found out the hard way last night, but he's looking like he's holding his own on this track at the moment. And,
yeah, no ERS on at the moment, so maybe a warm-up lap?
Maybe just fighting himself a little bit of delta?
Well, he's going to go now the ERS is on.
Yeah.
As who was that? Prezzo goes up to 4th place there in the McLaren, so good lap from him there.
As Dino invalidates, so behind him is Miller. Miller invalidates. So what do we got? We got Wutu is probably the furthest man around.
Sando. Yes, Sando, mate. Coming around the second last corner just on his second lap.
Correct.
And let's see what he can do here. Can he get to the P1 time? No, he can't. It's at 1:10.4 though, so that is a good lap on those mediums. It's still 8/10 off what he did last session, so he's still probably got more pace in terms of what the tyre delta is as Wutu smacks the outside wall at the back. Probably a bit of wing damage and it's invalidation for him as well. So we'll go back to Prince, who's just chopped his front wing off at the casino.
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
And Dino just tiptoeing into the tunnel. He's just trying to get a lap time on the board at the moment, you would feel.
He's backed off.
As he has backed off. I actually can't find anyone on a lap at the moment.
Scotty.
Does he know?
Scotty is on a lap. And this is interesting, being on the soft tyre with 8.5 minutes left to go in the session. Will he commit to this tyre? He's flying up through the swimming pool now. Whoa!
Oh, he got a little bit of traffic on the inside there, mate.
I don't think that was the issue. I think the big slide on the exit was the problem there.
He took a heap of curb and got airborne, and it nearly threw him into the wall. But he does manage a 1:10.6. He'd be nervous, but I think he's okay.
Roscoe, I didn't see it, mate, but he did a 10.478 on his second attempt on the medium. So that's a good lap time from him. Less than a 10th back from Sando, who is looking quick tonight as well. Dino will pick him up once again, but just like last session, he is struggling at the moment as he comes through to back now. And really, he just wants to get a lap time on the board.
Purple in the middle sector. Which is going to be a good lap here from Dino. If he can hang on to it, it's going to be a good lap, I feel.
Doubt it was a legitimate purple. That Sector 2 purple tends to pop up way too much. But still should be a decent lap time from the Mercedes, and it's a 10.6, so
that's a great lap.
It is pretty decent.
That is a great lap.
Oh, Broken Reptile, maybe? No, not Broken Reptile. It is Nick Mann, who has that Delta time set currently as he skips over the second part of swimming pool. And you're going to be careful when you get airborne there, Moosey, because if you put a little bit too much throttle on when you land, you get that wheel spin like we saw Scotty suffer there as Nick Mann comes across for a 110.999.
Oh, jeez.
Which is enough for 8th fastest at the moment.
It certainly is. He got very loosey-goosey into turn 1 as well. Maniac about to come across the line, mate. He's almost 4 tenths up at the moment on this lap, so he's about to play a very healthy lap time.
Yeah, and he backed off here on Sector 3 on the last attempt, so he goes 9th fastest at an 11.1. So P9 at the moment. He's going to have to find some improvement to get through, you'd assume.
Yeah, he certainly will, as Miller is about to come across the line. He's on the soft compound tyre and absolutely flying here, mate. So he's about to post something in the 110s, I would feel. Is it a 110? Yes, it is the 110.4. He moves himself up into 4th place, mate.
Yes, he does. Who's coming around again? I think, no. I was supposed to say, I think Nick Mann's still pushing, but I believe he is actually not.
Wutu.
Wutu. We saw him struggle to get a lap time at the start of Q1. He's doing the same in Q2, and he did the same thing last night in Q1 and Q2. So he started at 11th last night. Let's see if he can better it. If he does, that would be a massive achievement for the reserve. He might also not want to. He might want to be 11th and be the big blue bus again. And he goes 11th.
Oh, mate, there is 11th for the lad.
You ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
Maniac coming around to start another flying lap. Yeah, the drivers are really looking like they want to be on that medium tyre for the start here, mate.
Yeah, they certainly are, mate. Driver that's on the medium, no lap time set yet, is their championship protagonist, Prince OK, and he's just coming through the end of the second sector now, mate.
Yeah, coming up to the swimming pool where he got a little bit wrong on that first lap, indicating a purple sector 2, and gets through there a little bit better, but just a minor touch. Probably will get away with that being right-handers only to the finishing line now. Around Anthony knows he comes, and he's going to get a lap time on the board, Moosey. What is it going to be? It's a 9.8, the fastest of the session, and on the medium tyre. Not quite the 0.5 I predicted, but still rapid.
Yeah, certainly is. Maniac not on a lap. Wutu not on a lap. Broken Reptile not on a lap. Nick Mann is not on a lap. He's 7 tenths down. So not a lot of action here at the moment, mate. With only a couple of minutes to go in this session.
3:47, so enough to get in and get out again, you'd imagine.
Definitely.
Here comes Wutu to start another flying lap. As I think Maniac ahead is just starting another flying lap as well. It took him 3 attempts for Prince finally to get that lap time on the board. And that's really why you don't want to leave it to the last minute in qualifying here at Monaco. Because you just don't want to be stuck with that the wall touch or the invalidation. Because pushing onto the limit here is really pushing up against all of the drivers' limits. As opposed to some of the other tracks where you can just go around it, 99% quite easily. Can't really do that here on the Principality streets. And it's an invalidation for Maniac again.
Yeah, it certainly is. Wutu just behind him, though. He's on a flying lap. He's gone through to back very, very nicely indeed. And this is looking like a very nice lap. We do touch the wall there on the right-hand side. Gets the car slowed down into the penultimate corner. What can he do as he comes across the line? touches the wall again. Shouldn't hamper him too much, though. I think this will be an improvement. It is an improvement, but it's not enough. It is only, well, it's not even a tenth of a second of an improvement, and I think he might have some damage now on that car.
He might. He got very deep at the second last corner, Moosey, which probably threw most of that 3/10 advantage away, unfortunately for him, and he got deep in the final corner as well. So he was on for a good lap time there, which would have put him in contention for, you know, the top 10 or P11. So we'll see what happens from here. As drivers are coming out on the soft tyre now, those who had the previous best set on the medium.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. The championship protagonist, Scotty, he's out there at the moment on a lap. Not looking comfortable, but he is still pushing. Although, it looks like he might have stopped pushing. And he has stopped pushing.
So he's currently P8. He needs to find... Well, the thing is, from 3rd down to 10th is 3/10 of a second, Moosey, which is not a lot. Yes, it's a short lap time compared to others.
Wuchu's crashed, I think.
No, he's in the pit lane. It's probably time dependent now with 1 minute on the clock.
Yeah.
Prezo F1.
I feel like you've had a big day, mate.
Sorry, I just, you know when you need a yawn and you just happen to do it? When you don't need a yawn, it just kind of sneaks up on you.
I don't know, it's like
the yawn needs to do you.
It's the 12th time you've yawned in my ear.
I am guilty of yawning quite a lot.
Yeah. That's alright, I'll let you off.
I'm not actually tired. I don't know why I'm doing it. Prezo not improving here, mate.
No, he's not, although he took a lot of liberties with that corner just out of the swimming pool, so I reckon he's probably found a good couple of tenths there. As he wasn't just airborne, he absolutely flew over it. He did find a few tenths there, but not enough to give him an improvement, so he'll have to go back to back and push here, because checkered flag is just about down.
Yes, mate, and we're on board with Scotty, mate. HyperX in the chat saying I've got him yawning, so I apologise for that. Let's see if we can get their cars into Q3. 3.5 tenths up is the championship leader. All he's got to do now is not throw those 3.5 tenths away, but he slapped the wall there on the exit of the swimming pool. Raskax looked alright. So does the final corner there. So he should be improving here and safely through to the next qualifying. He goes P3 with a 0.1. That should definitely get him through. Nick Mann in the Williams coming across the line now. He is going to go up to P9 only. What about M. Stone? He goes 4th fastest on the soft tyre. Miller, the reserve in the Ferrari, coming across the line, and he goes 4th fastest just behind his teammate by half a tenth of a second. Dino 420 fam. Back out on the medium.
The wrong way just before the tunnel.
Yes, he is. So out of Portier, spinning it around on Dino! Getting that all wrong there, but he might be safe, actually. I think he is safe there in P9, because there's only one.
Here,
yeah, but Prezo's not improving, so Nick Mann is the only one who will get knocked out if Maniac improves here. Coming through the swimming pool, half a second up. He's going to need another half a second, though, to get into the next part of qualifying. But we saw him get this part of the track wrong in his previous lap. Here he comes, the Alpha Tauri driver. Will he appear in Q3? Yes, he does.
Yes, he will. Very nice lap there at the end. So that's Q2 done and dusted, mate. And Scotty through by the skin of his teeth.
Did Scotty crash? Because his time was faster than that. He was up. He jumped down to 10th there, but he shouldn't have been 10th.
Oh, he did?
He did crash.
He did crash.
He's crashed.
So he will no.
He will start P10. Because, yeah, his time would have been up there in just ahead of his teammate. So in 3rd place. But he must have crashed on the circuit. We have 4 runners, mate, through on the medium tyre, both of the Alpines. Sando in the Alpha Tauri and Dino 420 fam, who has been scruffily making his way through the qualifying there in 9th place.
Alrighty, mate. We are into Q3. I have finished my dinner, so you've got me uninterrupted now. This is Q3. This is for all the marbles. Or, well, we're in Monaco. Let's call it for all the chips here, mate. It is 9 drivers participating, and we are about to get underway.
It is certainly for the best odds. Come the race start and the checkered flag.
That's not
Apparently,
necessarily true. I gained 8 positions on lap 1 last night.
it is possible, but would you rather start P14 or P1 with no cars in front of you to cause any trouble to you?
I'd just rather finish a race.
That is also true. Supposedly, Scotty did not crash. 2 of the AIs got together and Scotty's car got DNF'd.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's what they're saying. That's what the kids are saying.
It's not ideal at all.
No, it is not.
As well, championship leader will not be taking part in Q3 here. Well, seemingly by not his own fault.
That's it. And, well, this might not surprise you, mate, but guess who's first out again?
Oh no, everything
Prince,
surprises
okay.
me. Everything surprises me.
Oh, absolutely. I've got no imagination.
You knew where I was going with that.
Oh, of course I did. I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, like, I still see myself naked in the mirror and get excited. Like,
Oh.
as Prince is about to start a lap here, and mate, there's enough circumference on my belly to provide some pretty disgusting images into people's heads at home.
If you say so, mate. Let's see how Prince can circumnavigate these streets here in Q3 on the softs after he's been on the medium in the previous session. Oh, a little slide there out of Casino Square down into the slowest couple of corners on the track here as we come around Mirabeau, the hairpin, and Portier is sliding his way out of the hairpin there, trying to get some power down to the rear axle. And now we get to build the speed up to 7th gear here in Monaco, down towards the new Vale chicane, and braking around 80 metres down there, 80 to 100 metres, somewhere in that very large patch of range. 20 metres makes a lot of difference in a Formula 1 car. Through to back and swimming pool now we come. Didn't clip that inside wall, which he's done a couple of times tonight, so a couple of corners to go now. A small lock up on the inside right there for the Alpine driver. Around Encino, he's a little bit deep. That's going to hurt his run towards the line. But what's it going to be? It's a 109.4, and that is, I think, the fastest lap we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is, mate, and that'll take some beating from these drivers behind. It is, and I reckon he might even have a tenth or two left in him as well. Dino coming across the line there, puts himself onto the front row in P2. So AJ managing only a 10.7. Mate, there are some fast drivers here to come.
Yeah, Roscoe 10-0 there.
Validated his first lap.
Yes, he did. Miller, I think, has backed off of his first lap.
Yeah, it certainly has, as there is no ERS present. And he's in
that's what.
So it is Tent and Tent alone on a lap out there, mate.
And Dino's on a lap, I think.
Was he? No,
ERS is still flowing.
He's 7/10 down.
Oh, he's just gotten that wrong.
He has to get out of it.
That has certainly ended his run, if he was on one.
Definitely.
That is not how to Nouvelle the chicane.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I don't even know if that made any sense, but we're just going to roll with it.
It made perfect sense to me. Oh,
everyone knows what we're on about.
Twitchy. The Thursday night delight nearly ending up in the wall. But not in the wall, and he's kept all 4 wheels spinning, mate. He's about to come across the line for his first time lap of this Q3 session. It's good enough for 4th at the moment. A 109.9, but he'll definitely have some time left in that car.
Yes, it was.
Sando is
Sando.
a 10th and a half up, mate.
What about Prince? He's pushing again as well. So him and Sando done that cooldown lap, get a bit of battery back in the battery, or some electricity in there, some energy, and going again on the same tyre or the same tyre set. 2/10 up is the Alpine through sector 2.
Oh, he's quick, this lad. He's absolutely rapid.
Oh, he is quick.
He's definitely looking to make a statement here tonight. Main championship rival being Scotty will only start 10th, and it is a 109 flat there for Prince OK. Very impressive lap. Sando just coming around the penultimate corner now, mate. What can he manage? The fuel light is on in that AlphaTauri. And across the line he comes. Can he put it on the front row? Yes, he can, but not on pole. Only good enough for second there from Sando, a 109.2.
Well, yeah, we know how good that time is from the Alpine though, so it's going to take some beating. Here comes Maniac. Maniac
or Maniac? Imagine those two racing against each other. That would be...
I think we had that last season, which was a bit of a head scratcher.
It was a massive head scratcher.
Anyway, he goes 8th fastest as the AlphaTauri. Got that final section all wrong.
And Miller smashes the wall in the casino section, and I dare say that he won't have a front wing on that right-hand side.
I'm seeing a front wing.
Oh. Surely there's damage there. Surely.
Maybe a bit of lime damage. Car looks like it's driving all right though.
Yeah. Bit of lime. I like that. That's good.
A lime. You like the lime?
Oh, I like a bit of magenta.
We do love some majestic magenta sectors.
As he did look like he got it all wrong just into the swimming pool there, mate. So perhaps maybe a little bit of yellow damage, a little bit of lemon, as the lad is into the pit lane for a new front wing.
What about Maniac? I think he is coming in as well. Yes, he is. So Dino, about a 10th up through the first sector, Moosey, flying out of the tunnel.
He certainly is, and doesn't get it all wrong this time around. And that is fairly well done through there. So he's going to carry a lot of speed here. Is Dino 420 fam, and mate, he's a couple of tenths up. And what can he manage in the third sector?
Oh, he's backed off.
He's backed out.
He didn't quite nail the swimming pool there. Is he going to stay out? Yes, he is.
Oh,
what's he doing?
Did he hit the wall?
Yeah, he did. I hope he hasn't got damage, because that could throw a big spanner in the works for his qualifying.
Absolutely. I think he might be gone here.
He could probably get around and get back out again if he hurried up, but he's not exactly hurrying.
No, he's not in any sort of a hurry, is he?
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
I found it interesting.
As Tent Sandals is absolutely destroying the gearbox in his McLaren. Trying to burn off a bit of fuel, mate, before he starts his lap.
Bit of fuel.
Bit of fueler.
Fueler.
A bit of $2.50 a litre fuel.
Oh, mate. Thank goodness I got a fuel card. That's all I'm
I was about to say, yeah, at least you've got a fuel card, so it probably doesn't bother you that much.
Oh, it does in the personal.
Just drive the work thing around all the time.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to drive the personal out to Gippsland five times this week.
Yeah. Great. It takes me 2.5 hours every day, there and back. It's baby back bullshit.
Do you even have time to do any work by the time you get out there?
Yeah.
Or tent smack the wall there, that might be damage.
My work time doesn't start until...
Oh, he's mad.
There, unfortunately.
He's mad, his qualifying's over.
He's qualifying, he's over. It's not the end of the world, as he's in the top 5 at the moment. But,
yeah, at the moment, but look how close they are behind him, a couple of them. Less than a tenth.
Were you on board with Tent just then?
No, I'm on board with Prince, who is even with his time in the first sector.
Oh my goodness! And there goes the rest of 10th's front wing. But mate, those tyres will not be any good in the race because you'll have 50-cent pieces for tyres on that. That is they're square after that lockup, both fronts. Oh, is he? He hits the pit wall as well. He's very angry.
As you'd imagine, here comes Prince. He is up, mate. He is up. He is on for an 8.
Geez, wouldn't an 8 be a big statement?
Upward. Oh, he's backed off. He's just backed off slightly there at the end of the lap. What about Dino? Dino does not improve on that lap. Miller yet to set a lap time. We'll just want to get one on the board and see where he can get. He'll get another chance, but it'll have to be a back-to-back Moosey, which isn't ideal. So he's going to make this one count. Comes around Anthony Nogues.
It's a good lap.
It's a .1, puts him 7th. M Stone is without front wing, so his qualifying is over. AJ sets a .1, 7th fastest, just ahead of Miller. As Roscoe crosses the line, mate, goes up to 4th fastest on a 9.75.
Good lap.
Sando just kicking off his lap time. His teammate, I don't know if he's going to make it to the checkered flag here. I think he will. It's going to be tight. And, well, Prince is done and dusted, mate, because he's backed off once again. So he's going to have to sit there on pole position and watch his rivals go around.
Prince, if he's got enough fuel in that car, he can go again.
He doesn't have enough time.
Oh, there's 30 seconds left.
My clock half a minute fast again.
Maybe. 16 seconds to go I've got, and he's coming around the penultimate corner now. 12, 11, 10, but he's in the pit lane.
Well, here we go, Sando, mate. This is the one to watch. Can he claim pole position? He is just marginally up. He's going to have to find those 0.2 of a second here, and he's invalidated, and the checkered flag has dropped. He will not start any higher than second place, and I don't think anyone behind him has the pace to dislodge him. Roscoe not pushing, Miller not pushing either, and Maniac has invalidated. So
that's quality.
Bit of an anti-climactic end to Q3, but Prince okay on the pole position, mate, with that 109.035. Ahead of Sando with a 109.222, and then Dino half second back from Sando on a 109.727.
Yeah. And worth mentioning also, Prince OK's main rival in the championship will start 10th only.
Yeah, and his other rival starting 6th. And also, mate, the 4 who made it through on the mediums start 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's big. They're going to be really dictating the pace out there.
Yeah, well, it's always the car in front dictates the pace, but the soft runner's just a little bit further back, and I highly doubt one of them who starts P5 will manage to get past all 4 of them. If they get past 2 of them, that'll be an achievement alone, not including the first corner. And with only 139 metres from pole to the first corner, Moosey, it's not exactly a lot of time to get any overtaking done down towards Sandovot. And as Jeff would say, and this is the last time Tier 2 will ever hear Jeff say it, no heroics into Sandovot.
Thank goodness for that, because Jeff, I've had enough of Jeff shenanigans.
Bloody Jeff.
Bloody Jeff.
Bloody Jeff.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
You know bloody what.
Bloody hell, mate.
Oh, shit.
I'm just going to have a slash quickly, mate.
You do you, boo. I'm going to sit here and finish my ice cream. Lieutenant Dang, ice cream. As we are about to get going here for the race. And it will be Prince OK on pole. It is looking fairly dry out there, so no rain at in this race by the look. We're about to get going here on a formation lap around the streets of Monte Carlo. And some of these drivers will feature heavily at the casino a little later on, you would think. Alright, we'll run everyone through the grid here. It is Prince OK on pole on those medium compounder tyres. He's joined by Sando on the front row. Dino 420 fam starts P3. VSR Roscoe on P4. Then you've got a gaggling, mate, of the other top 10 that start on that soft compound tyre. It is Tent Sandals in P5. M Stone 6th. AJ in 7th. Miller in P8 there, Maniac in P9, and Scotty goes through on those soft compound tyres as well, despite not featuring there in Q3. And then, mate, it is all mediums for the 11 through 20, apart from one. It is Nickman in P11, Prezzo in P12, Broken Reptile 13th, Wutu on the hard compounder tyre, mate, so he's reliving his last night. He'll start P14. Jackie Prez in 15th. Kyo on the mediums. He starts 16th. Jury Strat heavily out of position. He'll start 17th. Nat Hammer 18th. The Darkness Abyss P19. And URL Jacko, mate, will round out our grid.
Yes, he will. Thank you, Moosey. And can you hear me all well and good, fella?
I had you muted. Yes, I can.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, sir.
I'm just forest camping it. I'm finishing my ice cream.
No problemo. So, the 20 cars are about to line up on the streets here of Monaco ahead of 39 laps of racing in the Principality, where anything can happen. 4 medium runners head the field, then 6 soft runners, followed by 9 medium runners plus a hard runner. The red bus of Wutu, as here come the light sequence for round 14 of the Oceania Series Racing League Tier 2 division. 5 lights are on. And we are held for a long time, and we are racing on the streets of Monaco. A very good start from Nat Hammer. Pulls alongside the Alpha Tauri. So does 10 Sandals. He gets a great start. Roscoe had an absolute shocker there. So did Sando. He shuffled back a couple of positions. And we go 2 by 2. Up by Rivage and into Massenet we come. A little bit of a slide there from one of the Aston Muns. I think that might have been AJF1 as we plunge down the hill now. All 20 of the drivers still facing the right way. It's down into Mirabeau we come, and that's a dive bomb. And there's 3 wide here. Who is that? That is Kyo just getting absolutely rude down at Mirabeau. And just parking up here at the hairpin. There's a couple of drivers going 2 by 2 through here. That does not work either. It's a one-line corner, fellas. Sort yourselves out as they slide down towards Portier for the first time. And drivers up and down a couple of positions here. But at the front, it is Prince OK leading from the pole. Dino up a position, Sando down 1, so he got back in front of 10 Sandals critically, Moosey.
Yeah, he certainly did, mate. 10 Sandals and Sando, they've provided us with some entertainment there for that lap 1. It is absolutely all to play for us. 10 gets a little bit twitchy there on the curbs of the swimming pool section, mate. He's very, very lucky that M Stone wasn't quite close enough to capitalise, because he nearly had a big moment there.
Yeah, mate, Roscoe had a shocker. He lost 4 positions before turn 1. In 200 metres.
Yeah, someone that had a very good start off the line, and they're only up 1 position, but it looked a lot better than that. Dino 420 fam, he absolutely launched off the start.
Yes, he did. He had a cracking one.
Very, very, very well.
Yeah, cracking start there from Dino. I think he called him Nat there in the heat of the moment, but yeah, what a cracker from Dino 420 fam. Gets himself off a spot. And 1 spot is basically the maximum you can do here, with everyone not doing anything stupid. So well done to Dino. And Princey is already stretching that gap up front. So Dino's going to have to respond here, but perfect start for Prince here.
It certainly is, mate. And it is all happening out there at the moment.
And although they want to make some track position, really you just want to survive the first 10 laps. Just don't get any damage, because if you pit now, you come out last. And even if you catch up to the field, you're still going to be stuck behind someone like Wu2, who's going to be parking the bus on those hard tyres.
Yeah, certainly is, mate. Here's Sando looking for a move here on Dino 420 fam. What can he do into turn one? Nothing doing there at the moment, but it is very close between the two of them. You've got 10 Sandals on the back of it as well, and it is all happening here at this Monte Carlo circuit on the streets of Monaco, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Under the night lights, under the floodlights here on the streets. And another good battle here is with the other AlphaTauri, tucked up behind AJF1 and Roscoe on that medium, who got that poor start, but these guys will be pitting around lap 10 to lap 15 off the soft, so he's just going to hang out there. He's going to lose a bit of time to those up front, but that's not really his concern. You just need to, go long on these mediums, make them last, and lap 7, lap 28, lap 29.
Yeah, you certainly do, mate. There's Ted Sandals. Ted Sandals has got himself past Sando. Sando here battling away with him, and Sando manages to hang on to that spot here, but Ted Sandals not letting this go as Sando gets a little bit twitchy in the rear end, but that was some great wheel-to-wheel action between those two gentlemen. Ted Sandals looking very interested in the back of Sando.
Very surprised that neither of them ended up in the wall there. It's very, very narrow through to back there to go too wide, so kudos to both of them for managing to make, and it was a bold attempt from Tent, but Sando just had enough to hold on.
He certainly did, mate. Oh.
Excuse you.
Yeah, I'm very much excused. A little bit further back, we'll show some love to Nick Man. He's all over the back of Miller here, and that mission winnow has well and truly rubbed off the back of that Ferrari, because there is so much happening between these two. It's like Nick Man's just pushing Miller along, mate.
Yeah, he is. So, medium tyres really are the best race tyre here. Out of, but managed to not bet this time around. And the ebbs and flow of Monaco, the gaps open up, the gaps close down. Off and gather the car up with no runoff area at all.
Yeah, absolutely spot on there you are, mate. And mate, anyone playing along and wanting to know some State of Origin scores at home, it is the Blues that have just drawn first blood. It is New South Wales that are up 4-0 at the moment. Anyone wanting to know State of Origin scores?
Thank you, sir, for the update. We go to the Maroons.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. No wonder why we get along so well.
Yeah. I think
Sparking
Billy Slater's got a little bit of a hill to climb, but hopefully he can do it.
So many drivers are sliding out of Portier there. Just struggling to get the power down through there. There's Nat Hammer in the Red Bull sandwich in 15th, with darkness all over him, down towards the chicane, and cutting that chicane is Broken Reptile. Just got that all a little bit wrong and was giving up a couple of positions. He might have damage, actually. We'll keep an eye on him and his pit box. There's Sando on the back of Dino here, down towards the first corner. But starting half a second back at that start of the pit curve is still too far back. And Broken Reptile is in the pit. So probably wing damage for the Red Bull driver.
I've been sitting here commentating for the last little bit
on
with
mute.
With the mute on.
Yep. I thought you'd be doing the same. I was about to ask you, Moosey, are you on mute?
Yeah.
There you
go. I thought you were just being rude and cutting me off, but
you know me. As soon as I just give up, or I just go. Oi, oi, oi,
Get down. Aston Martins are fighting with each other.
They well truly are. Wow, that's close.
That's very close. That was more Toto Wolff than Arnie, though.
Same country.
Yeah. They're both from Austria.
Ooh.
There's, I tell you what, mate, AJ, he's not having a massive grip on that car, but neither is M Stone, and it's just keeping them both.
Whoa,
in the
nor is
same...
Maniac.
I didn't. See
None of them are on the
Maniac.
soft side. Big out of the final corner there for Maniac, but AJ in his debut at OSRL, mate, putting up a good performance at the moment.
He certainly is, and like we said, some of these reserves a lot of these reserves will be looking for a seat next season, and mate, with that draft for next season just around the corner, AJ, he's really putting his hand up and saying, "Well, hang on, I'm here. Look at me."
Yeah, absolutely.
Miller and Nick Man are side by side. Oh, this could be bad. And
around the outside of the hairpin goes Nick Man. Good move.
That is a great move.
Miller kind of did just oblige there at the end of it. He kind of just didn't stop, but he definitely backed off on the hairpin just to let the Williams pass.
Yeah.
Thought, I don't want any damage. Let's just get through here.
Kaya could potentially become pretty interested in it as well, although Miller with a very, very good drive out of that corner there and nothing doing. And Maniac
and Roscoe swapping. Maniac must have got swimming pool there wrong, and he's into the pit lane, mate. So maybe he got that section wrong, got a bit of wing damage, and just pulled over to the side, let the Alpine pass before he peeled into the pit lane. But that's position for the Alpine.
It certainly is, and you'd be loving that.
No.
Stop.
Not at all. You know me so well.
Yeah, it's not exactly a secret. Oh,
it's not a
Sando's just got in the back of Dino.
Yeah, he might have given him a very light top, and that's a retirement on track.
Broken reptile.
Where is this? Jacko's got to be careful here.
Oh, he's in the middle of the track! He's in the middle of the track! Someone clear the car up! Clear the car!
Here comes the race leader, mate. He's got to be careful.
Whoa!
There it goes.
Whoa!
And that's why you've just got to be so vigilant on the yellow flags here, just with the safety car not really working properly. Even on the increased setting tonight for once to try and get the safety car to work. It's a well-known thing that the safety car is a bit broken around the streets of Monaco.
Mate, if it was
Bert Mylander is too busy drinking champagne on Kimi Raikkonen's yacht. It might be Lance Stroll's now, being as they bring that monstrosity of a fucking construction to the harbour during the Monaco Grand Prix. You seen how big it is? It's like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
It is massive. It is insanely big.
When in Rome. Well, like we're nowhere near Rome, but you know what I mean.
No. Oh, potato. Italy's next door, isn't it?
I actually have no idea.
I mean, Red Bull build the floating energy station.
Sando on Dino.
Oh, Dino in the wall.
Dino is in the wall, and he's facing the wrong way. Oh. And big mistake there from Dino. He was fighting away with Sando though, so not sure what's happened.
That's a very strange place to be backwards, but he did the right thing and reset, although he could have done it a bit sooner and not had the cars so close, but I mean, better than just trying to flick spin it and, you know, take out 3 cars with him. So, but I have no idea how he's ended up backwards there. That is very, very strange.
Very strange. And
now that Dino is in, Sando
front wing is under that car.
And Ted Sando was up onto the podium positions, mate. But look how far Prince are in front at the moment.
Yeah, they've had pace all night. Prince he's been in.
Oh, who's that? AJF1. He's gone deep down there at Mirabeau. Watch the rejoin. I mean, I've seen far better rejoins than that. He's
pretty much pushed Miller into not taking that position. That's questionable.
The legalities of it are certainly
questionable.
Borderline.
Questionable.
Questionable. one for to review later on by the stewards. But anyway, at least it didn't take anyone out proper or give any damage. On the silver lining, Moosey.
That's a great movie. That's a great movie.
I'll tell you what, that's another position for Roscoe, mate, who... He's just got to try and clear M-Stone here because he is really struggling for pace. He is 8 seconds behind Tent, mate, on the same tyre compound. And now that Sando is clear of Dino, or Dino is clear of Sando, Sando's going to try and use that pace he's got to not let Prince get any further ahead, but really I don't see him wheeling in that gap. And who is that? El Jacko down at the Nouvelle Chicane, getting it wrong. Just going again, but if he's got damage, he's probably going to lose a lap here.
Yeah, I think he will, and I think he knows it, so he's just got to try and hang on as much as he can.
He stays out. So the thing is, if he has damage, it's going to be a long time before Prince comes in, so
yeah,
he's going to have to try and stay on the lead lap for a long time, but just in case a safety car does come out, you want to be on the lead lap, just at any track, but especially here in Monaco. We saw, I think, last night at the safety car for T3, half the grid was off the lead lap.
Yeah.
And that means you're obliged to pit at the end of the safety car so that you're not in the middle of the field. As M-Stone comes into the pit lane and he releases VSR Roscoe, who, being that poor start, look how much time it's cost him, 20 seconds to his teammate.
Yeah, that's a huge gap, unfortunately, for the lad.
But still, he runs P4. He still runs P4.
Yeah.
So it's not disastrous. It's just be wide open here in Monaco.
Also, when you see just how quick Prince OK is out front, it's no shame in being 20 seconds behind your teammate.
No, there's not. I feel like it would have been much closer if he wasn't stuck behind those soft runners for the previous 10 laps.
Quite possibly. Mate, we've got a big gaggle in your cars here. It is Wu2 really starting to bust it now in front of everyone. Although they're catching Miller and Kaio, so Miller is pretty much the cork in the bottle this one, and we've got about 6 or 7 cars that are going to join this battle now. Yeah,
Miller on those dead softs. Prezzo, mate, he's already stopped this race, mate. Close amount of time to these guys. And this is what I'm saying, the big blue bus, we saw it last night from Wu2. Obviously it's not blue tonight. The big wet and white bus. Wet and white? What the hell is that?
Wet and white.
Wet and white? I think I'm about ready for some speech lessons from a speech counsellor or whatever you want to call them. But again, they're going to be stuck behind him, and we saw last night Ferrari pull a bit of a masterclass with another pit stop. So I get their driver critically for Tent Sandals. He's come out well, so the leading 3, let's call it, have a big pit stop advantage over to the field. So
yeah,
that is the importance of staying out of trouble and just extending the gap on in Monaco so you don't pit behind slower traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. Tent Sandals, he's pulled a bit of a masterstroke here. He got himself out in some nice clean air, and on those fresh tyres, I think he'll start to take some serious time out of these guys running a bit higher.
Yeah, you definitely imagine so. Prince has such a healthy advantage at the moment, and remember, he's going to be going for another...
This is Prince's race to lose.
Oh, absolutely.
He's so far ahead of everyone. Oh,
who is in the wall? Jackie
Perez. With the reset.
Watch out.
Oh, there's the race leader.
I tell you what, though, you could see him back off as he came around the corner. He saw the yellow flag.
Oh, yeah, but Jackie Perez has stayed ahead of him there.
Oh, he's let him pass there, but
he has now.
I mean, that's not the most ideal way to do it, because here comes Sando. Sando will probably get him down towards the Nouvelle Chicane through the tunnel.
Well, you'd hope it'd be before that, but sure.
Oh, there you go. I think from the corner he let Prince pass until where he's let Sando pass, they're not obliged to do it, because there's no way you can really get off the racing line in that part of the track.
Nat Hammer's just gone up the back of Wu2. Their side. Oh, elbows out, lads.
Oh my.
And those elbows were well and truly out. There was a little bit of paint come from Nat Hammer, a little bit of paint in return from Wu2, and mate, it is status quo there at the moment. But holy moly, were they close!
Oh, crash on track, Jackie Perez. as Roscoe comes around. Luckily, just slightly off the racing line and far down from the corner. But another victim in that part of the circuit, mate.
Yeah, certainly is. And, mate, this massive gaggle of cars is...
the big wed bus! I think we're just going to roll with the wed.
Oh, dear. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's there. He's there.
They nearly arrived on the scene of the accident there. Jackie Perez parked in a very dangerous part of the circuit.
On the scene or in the scene?
Well,
they arrived on the scene, they didn't quite enter the scene.
Yeah, they did.
But the big wed bus still continues to hold them off for now, but they're going to be getting frustrated, but you've just got to try and contain that.
Oh, look at this!
Oh, he's gotten through. Wow, that's a move.
Yeah, that's a great move.
And that releases Nat Hammer.
It certainly does.
Monprezo dive bombing down the inside of Mirabeau, and that's contact.
Jeez Louise, that is a big dive bomb from the McLaren.
It is getting scruffy here. Wow, Prezo didn't exactly wait long. He just went for his first opportunity, and it was a little bit of side by side.
Back of Wutu as well now.
Yeah, it's not close enough.
No, he hit the back of him.
He was close enough then, but not close enough down into that. But for Maniac, see, he pitted with damage, and he's coming out behind all of this, and it'll just be costing him time over fist. You're almost better off trying to stay out with damage.
I reckon Wutu's got some wing damage here at the moment because he's
very
slow in the high-speed corners, and he is a very, very big boat. And a lot of these drivers, they're just going to try and force the issue now to get past him.
HAF1 comes out, down the inside comes Darkness at Sandoval. Oh, and they lock wheels, and in the wall goes the red and white bus.
Maniac,
I know he wants to keep these positions, but it's not worth ruining your race over it.
Yeah, it's definitely not. And look at this, Maniac all over the back of Wutu as well now. He definitely would have some wing damage there, as he's really holding these guys up now. Yeah,
big news is Scotty's in this train as well, mate. At the back of it, I didn't even see that until now.
This is disastrous for Scotty. He would lose the championship lead for the first time since the first half of this season.
Yeah, they were tied for a round, but that doesn't count as losing it, does it?
No, absolutely not. And look at this. M-Stone is getting fairly punchy.
Well, M-Stone's in the train too as well. So they're both there with the big bus.
Absolutely. M-Stone looking very, very punchy and very racy here. He's definitely trying to push the issue. As he runs very wide. Nothing doing there at the moment. Runs very wide again. He's going to get some good speed here, you would have thought. But I think he might just be a little bit too far back and run out of room. No move done into turn one. And Wutu parking that...
he needs Maniac to pass Wutu. Oh my... See, this is the problem.
Oh, he's in the wall.
He's made contact and he's got wing damage. And this is the problem with these situations, because you just get a little bit impatient. You try and follow a little bit too closely to try and get that move at some point. And unfortunately, he's got wing damage there from the two ahead, going a little bit slow for his liking, and that's going to require another pit stop, mate.
It certainly is, as he smashed that front wing, missing the entire end plate of it. And he just got a little bit too impatient and ended up on the scene of the accident.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 sandals on the back of Nick Man here, couple of tenths of a second.
Maniac having a look here at Wutu. I'll tell you what, for Wutu, whatever damage he's got on that car, he's parking this car all in the right parts of the racetrack, and he's making that Alfa Romeo very, very wide indeed as Maniac runs up the gearbox of him. But no overtake done. He's well and truly parking his car in all the right spots of the racetrack. Very good defensive job here from Wutu.
Yeah, mate. M-Stone, this is going to cost him a new wing, new medium tyres. But you know, he might get a bit of an undercut here because if
big moment between these two.
Because if they stay stuck behind Wutu, it's not going to take long for him to catch up. Only problem is he's got Prezo, Kai and Miller in front of him. But like, look at Dream. He was locked a long way on lap 1, and he's almost on the back of the blue bus now. Or the red bus.
Yeah. This is ridiculous stuff, as you would think that Maniac would have damage as well. He's had a couple of trips into the gearbox of that Alfa Romeo. But Wutu, he's really hanging on and dealing with this pressure very, very nicely indeed. Yellow flag, sector 2. Nothing doing.
Dino 420 fam has gone down a lap, mate.
Yeah.
Well, checking up again into the final corner, and that's damage on the yellow Aston Martin of AJF1, who just pitted.
I'll tell you what, mate, Sando's taken a second and a half. Oh, big slide there for Maniac. Sando's taken a second and a half out of Prince OK. Still a very comfortable lead, though. It must be still.
Yeah, absolutely. But that could just there's a flow of lap traffic now, because something that we don't...
Dino's out. Dino is out.
Yeah, and Roscoe coming through there. We'll get another view here with Nick, and as he comes through the swimming pool section. Pretty similar spot to Jackie Prez.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I reckon about 5 metres further down from the corner, but very, very similar spot. And Queensland's just scored, for those wondering about the Origin. Thanks, Bags. Up the Maroons. Let's go. As a time penalty for Nickman there. And Tent just a little bit of weaving, getting a bit impatient behind Nickman, but this is why starting on the medium is important, because he can just get stuck behind someone for a long, long time, as Wutu is proving. And it might take a move as quality as Nat Hammers, who made a brilliant move up there at Massenet, or a bit of a dive bomb that we saw from Prezzo, but Prezzo was in with damage a couple laps later.
I'll tell you what, mate. Maniac, he's getting impatient, and he's...
Oh,
wow.
Scotty!
Scotty doesn't know. Where did that come from?
Poor run out of the final corner for Maniac. Scotty saw his one and only chance, maybe, to get past the Alpha Tauri, and now it's his shot to try and get past the Alfa Romeo as we come down towards Mirabeau. A big squeeze and into the wall! That is really poor from Wutu!
That was poor from both.
And that is a lot of wing damage on the Ferrari. I think it is complete wing gone.
Yeah, I think
for the Ferrari.
I think you're right. We're about to find out that it is complete wing gone.
Who was squeezed into the wall by the Alfa Romeo. Whilst it looked like he was quite at least halfway alongside. And Scotty's going to be pissed.
Scotty is well and truly going to be pissed, because he's going to drop... Oh, I think it might even be that he drops to the back of the grid here. And this is severely hampered his championship fight here, because he will fall not just to the back, he will be out of the points, mate.
Oh, chaos, what's going on here? The race leaders around this part of the track. There's cars with damages, lap cars. Kaio has no wing as well, so does Wutu. They're all coming in. And the race leader's gotten there, but he's lost 2.5 seconds. Well, he's lost 3.8 seconds on that lap, Moosey, compared to his previous best, but better 3.8 seconds than a front wing.
Wow. The chat has gone insane, mate, saying, what has the bus done? Mate, it's... let's not comment on it, because that is... I will only say the wrong thing if I comment there. Whoa. Controversial.
Under investigation is what we can say.
Noted by the stewards.
Note that...
to be investigated after the race.
So Wutu, Kaio, blah blah blah, is under investigation. That's all we can say.
Oh.
There's yellow flags up there again, mate.
Do you know what? I was actually on board with Maniac and had the best view of all of it.
I love that.
It was so good.
It was amazing. Ooh, Kaio, that's not how you do that, mate. And Ted, mate, potted up behind the Williams.
Hadn't he?
Scotty's face will be about as wet as the bus. Oh, Bags, you never disappoint. if we look at the gap to the leader, mate, M Stone in 11th is lapped.
Yeah, he certainly is, mate.
He could unlap himself when the Alpine comes into the pit lane. He's only a corner down the road from the Aston Martin, so maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. But Prince is driving a brilliant race, and look at Sando now with that lap traffic. Just the time going back towards the Alpine. That's just how it's going to go with the lap traffic tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is. Not a lot of room for these lap cars to get out of the way, so they do it as quickly as they can. But with these front runners coming through, it is a little bit difficult.
Yeah, that's right. New South Wales have scored right before half-time. The score is 8-6 in the Blues' favour.
2.
And I believe that if he would come out around his teammate. So Nick Mahan is well and truly holding up 10 sandals at the moment.
And, I have a lovely little application called Foxtel Go.
Oh, got it up in front of you?
Do you know what? The missus bloody signed me out of it. Oh! So I can't watch it. I can only see the live scoring via Sportsbet.
It's going to the ref, the video ref. I don't know. Sando gained 2 seconds in 5 laps. This lap traffic, the gap is ebbing and flowing. Alberto Prince had a lap where he lost almost 4 seconds with lap traffic playing a little bit of havoc in front of him.
It certainly is.
No try. No try.
It is no try.
What obstruction. Beautiful. Go Maroons.
It is very, very beautiful indeed, mate. As Big Cameron Munster, he's in the centre of shot at the moment, mate. The Melbourne Storm powerhouse, and he's loving life at the moment. Queensland's still up 4 points to 6.
I must admit, I rarely watch a game of rugby, and when I do, I don't enjoy it. But I'll get behind the State of Origin.
Mate, I'm the complete opposite. I'll sit there and watch every Storm game with my jersey on.
I barely watch any sports anymore. I only watch motorsport anymore.
Yeah,
I watch a lot of categories of it.
Ted Sandals going to have a look here at Nick Mann into turn 1, and he hits the wall for his trouble. Hits the wall a second time. And, Kyo comes through and unlaps himself. But I think Tent might have a little bit of damage. And by a little bit, I mean quite a lot.
No visible damage, but I would be very, very surprised if both sides of his wing don't have damage. Because I saw the left side make contact before the corner. And the right side made contact with the Williams. So, Beatster, thank you for the follow, my friend.
Good news though for Tent is that he's pretty much got a free pit stop behind him.
Yeah, that's right. A wing change will make that very, very close though, but hopefully he can get out in front. Or hopefully he's just got no damage at all.
Hopefully.
But I doubt it.
Hopefully.
Race later, where he is at? He is on lap 26 now, mate. So we're approaching the pit stop window definitely now for the medium runners. As he comes down in towards Mirabeau. You thought you were following? No problem, Beats. I hope you are well, my friend. But Prince driving a beautiful race. So is Sando, to be fair. He's closed that gap, 3 or 4 seconds since he was released from Dino quite a while ago. As Prezzo has retired on the circuit, mate. And that is in the swimming pool. Watch out, lads.
Naughty boy. As mate, Tent Sandals does have big damage on that car. He has lost 2.5 seconds to Nat Hammer on that lap alone. Although Nat Hammer is now into the pit lane. And more importantly, the back markers have well and truly unlapped themselves from Tent Sandals. And they're carried on well and truly up the road. So big damage.
In the pit lane, the race leader. How have we not got a safety car? Because the safety car doesn't work at Monaco 99% of the time. So, unfortunately, this is why you just got to stay out of trouble around this circuit. Sando will now lead the Monaco Grand Prix from Prince, who is going to emerge ahead of his teammate, mate. So, He comes out with no one in between him and Sando, apart from a couple of the lap cars, but shouldn't be an issue with Sando boxing the next couple of laps. Yeah. And I'm surprised Sando didn't try and go for an undercut then, but Prince went about as early as you can go.
The gap far too great there between the two of them for Sando to try anything. Sando just battling for P2 here, I feel.
I agree, but also Prince probably went about as early as you can go for a green flag run to the softs. A green flag run to the softs? No, to the checkered flag.
Sure.
God, I'm good. And by good, I mean awful.
Oh, don't do that.
And by awful, I mean bloody shitty else.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh.
Tell you what, B-Star in the chat saying the Grubs are up 6-4. Well, mate, I don't know who the Grubs are, but the mighty Maroons are definitely up at half.
Unfortunately, Macy, you've joined a maroon-coloured commentary box for the evening.
As Prince will re-inherit the lead of this race. And where will Roscoe? Roscoe stays out, so it's going to be tight here between.
He's going to get him. Roscoe's going to get him.
Sando, yes, he is. He's well and truly got him.
And I tell you what, Sando almost got wiped out by Wutu there. Wutu swerving as the opposite came out of the pit lane.
That would have well and truly added to the controversy.
Which we know which profane word are the Grubs. Now, I'd say that word on my channel, but not on this channel. You'd expect Roscoe in this lap, surely.
Yeah, I can't watch AFL anymore. AFL's terrible.
I'm going to my first match, so like next week, I think, for the first time in a couple of years.
I was going to say, have you never been to the footy?
No, I used to go heaps, but it's a bit grim going for North Melbourne these days.
Oh, I didn't know you were a North supporter. As Roscoe come in. Oh, no, you're more than excused.
Oh, I sneezed, but I muted my mic for you, but I was apologising to the stream chat. I've yawned, I've sneezed, I've coughed. We've ticking all the criteria for the COVIDs.
Yeah,
and just the general pest behind a microphone.
Just as long as there's no other bodily fluids excreted, mate, you well and truly won me. Is Nickman going to get past Tent Sandals here? I did mention
he's come in finally to replace that wing.
Yeah, I did mention he had very, very big wing damage and he's lost a couple of positions out of it. Hopefully he can stay ahead of Darkness Abyss, but Darkness coming around the final corner now. I think it's going to be very, very tight between the two lads. And it's not tight as Tent is still making his way out of the pit lane.
Darkness yet to box in this race though, so...
Yeah, right.
Not too bad. Miller's on the back of Jury, and he's got Nahama all over the back of him on some fresh sticky softs.
Ooh, sticky.
Sticky. Should we have a look at the penalties, Moosey?
Why not?
There's a lot of 3 seconds. It's Nickman, Darkness, Maniac, Miller, Wutu, and M-Stone with 3 seconds, and Uriel Jacko, the biggest infringer of the night with 6.
The biggest infringer.
Mate, I saw 3 cop cars in about 20 seconds today, and no, it was not outside a police station.
You're in Frankfurt, were you?
No, I was in Box Hill, mate.
Oh, that's just as bad. You got the Yakuza.
Oh, here comes that hammer. Sorry, mate. Down the inside he comes at the New Val chicane. Side by side they go. Miller forced up on that curb a little bit, but Nat is going to claim this position. Yes.
Miller with a penalty for trying to defend it.
Is that Mr. Deasy here? Well, here every Wednesday, every Tuesday night on the Twitch for the OSRL. Hello to you, Jack. Hope you are going well. And I hope I can finally win the Monaco Grand Prix next tomorrow night. I hope you don't take it away from me.
That's incredibly hurtful because Jack Humphries is my team captain and just left me out. just didn't mention me.
Who are you, mate?
Yeah.
What's your name, mate?
Yeah, wow. No,
I'm Daisy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I want to trade.
Why is it night time? Well, it's a tradition here at the OSO to run Monaco at night time. We've been doing it since season 1. Just gives the commentators a bit of something else to talk about. It's just a bit of a spectacle, and why not?
It's a nice track at night, though.
Who wouldn't? It does look nice at night under the floodlights.
Tent sandals all over the back of Darkness Abyss here, mate. And I think Darkness has to come in sooner rather than later to get rid of those very, very second-hand...
he's coming in now.
Yep. Yeah, there it is.
You're starting last. I shouldn't be worried. Well, yes, but you won from 14th last season, mate, so I'm still worried. Although there was a bit of lap traffic interfering last season, so hopefully I don't get that again. They should do it night IRL. That would be amazing, but I don't know the logistics and the safety regarding a night Monaco race, but I'd be all for it. How about you, Moosey?
I'd be okay with it. I don't think the drivers would be okay with it. I think they all bugger
they'd
off
probably
to the
hate
casino. They all bugger off to the casino after the race. So.
Absolutely.
And then everyone back to Charles's place for canapes after.
Canapes? I thought we were doing kick-ons, mate. Kick-ons with some white chalk. Wait, what?
Yeah, well, wow.
Have you seen the footage of Sergio Perez celebrating his win?
No. Bit of Charlie involved?
But he was snogging someone who wasn't his wife. And watch out!
Jury.
Mate, the race leader's right there as well. Stop dicking around, boys.
They're being shown well and truly being shown blue flags as well. This is
Nanhammer is obliged to give way. He's passed way more than 3 marshal posters, and he's still not backing off.
He has passed way more than 3. He's pretty much been shown blue flags for 2/3 of a lap.
Finally moves out of the way.
He's obviously listening. And jury strap being shown blue flags as well. He has to get out of the way here. Does the lad? Does he do it? Not yet. And this is a difficult part of the track for him to give way on. Where will he give way as the time? Sando is catching. And he's still parked on the racing line, is the lad. And makes the race leader go the long way round. Jeez Louise.
Wow, that was... I'm sure Jury's trying to hang on to that position from Nat Hammer, who's on much fresher tyres. Beatster has seen the footage of Checo, and apparently all the photos of Checo on the wife's Instagram account have been deleted.
Oh, really?
And I'm pretty sure they just had a 3rd child together, so, yeah, very interesting stuff.
Yeah, right.
Mate, Fury has been on those hards for 30 laps, 31 laps as he's going to cross the line now. Basically since the start of this race.
Well,
and he runs 7th.
Do you know what? I have a serious question. Is Checo's wife any good?
I don't know. We'll have to investigate after the race. Look at the stewards involved.
And if she is, does she like a bit of chocolate mousse?
I thought you were vanilla mousse.
Oh, I can be chocolate if she wants me to be. Anyway, no tacos at the parents' household.
I'm not going to repeat that. That is an amazing comment, however.
That's really funny.
Hey, look at this battle for 6th.
I like
Maniac,
tacos.
25 lap mediums, 7th, 31 lap old hards on Jury, 7 lap softs on Nat Hammer, 14 laps mediums on AJ, 12 lap mediums on Scotty, 2 lap old softs on Darkness, 3 lap old softs on Miller, and well, Miller's a fair way back actually, so Darkness is the back of this train, and Maniac at the front. And to have so many cars so close at the end of this race is pretty bad. It's pretty good actually. It's not bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I still can't get over that taco call. That's great.
It's not bad, eh?
That's great.
Oh, nut! looking towards the inside. Jury got very wide there off at Massenet. And out on the inside comes Darkness on Scotty. On the softs, they're going to go side by side towards the hairpin. And Scotty lets him pass.
Yeah.
Well, he probably knows that there's a penalty for Darkness and he's not going to escape 3 seconds with all of the traffic ahead.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. It is all about damage limitation here for Scotty, as he will lose the championship lead for the first time since round 4. That is.
Well, he's going to be scoring. Well, he might pick up 2 positions from Maniac as well, so that'll put him up into 9th place, which is 6 points maybe. And Princey out in front has 30 points, and fastest lap goes to Princey, so 31 points for him.
Scotty's moved over. Oh no, Scotty's moved over for the race leader. Oh, I thought he had a problem.
Is that the race leader? No, it's Sando.
Second, isn't it? Close enough.
Yeah, and this is any chance Sando has of catching Prince going, because he's got this whole train ahead.
3 laps to go.
And I don't think they're going to be very kind of blue flags either as they fight one another. As Darkness has just made another position on AJF1, mate. Oh, no, that was in the wall!
He's in the wall. And, he's boated as well. He's not getting out of the way for anybody. All of these drivers in this train now being shown blue flags. And Sando would be kicking himself. He'd be so furious with these guys. Oh!
Oh, wow! Oh, my God! That's not what you want when you're on the podium!
AJ
oh, my God!
Around. And, yeah. Oh, my goodness. And now these this gaggling of cars, mate, not being shown blue flags anymore as, well, Sando well and truly got out of it.
That hammer's been shown them now. I think with that front wing damage, he's just going to try and hold on for these next couple of laps, but he's going to be slow, and we saw him be pretty crappy with the blue flags before. Hopefully he's a bit better now, but not exactly pulling over on the main straight here.
No, they're definitely not. And Jury and Darkness here fighting between each other. Both fighting for that position. Very valuable points on offer here for these lads tonight.
I'll tell you what, Fury's doing an amazing job to hold on those hards. So is Maniac on what are now going to be very dead tyres.
Oh, Sando hit the wall.
Has he?
He hit the wall as just before the tunnel, and I don't think he'll have any damage as such.
Oh.
But yeah, he's definitely in the wall, and this is the worst part of the track.
Oh no, Prince is about to encounter AI traffic who has pit and quit in violation of the race director briefing. Luckily, he has just got out in front, but hopefully this AI does not park anywhere stupid. It's parked on track out of turn 1. Yeah. Amazing. Now they've got to be careful because it's going to be there for a while.
It is going to be there for so
Lucky
long.
Off the racing line, unlike Venti's car last night.
Yeah.
Which was parked about 50 metres, 100 metres further up the road, but in the middle of the track, Moosey.
Yeah, right.
Where it's, yeah, pretty poor.
Yeah. Well, it's just Cody's doing Cody things.
Yeah, that's right. Darkness is trying to wiggle his way past these guys. We are on the penultimate lap of this race, Moosey.
Oh,
and Prince has got a clear track ahead of him towards all the way to the checkered flag now. So that'll be something he's well and truly grateful for now. Sando has just gone past Darkness Abyss. Now blue flags for Jury. Moves out very well there, does Jury. Gets back in position ahead of Darkness Abyss. So Jury's done that well, both for himself and for Sando.
Oh,
and now
Darkness
Maniac,
comes
the teammate.
Past Jury. Oh, don't end up in the wall, lads. And Darkness managing to get that P7, but he will lose it on count back. If,
again, Jury just needs to remember there's a penalty for Darkness and stay within the 3 seconds. And I hope they get within the 3 seconds of Maniac, who has got his teammate coming up to him in second place at the moment on the lead lap.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, when you consider that most of these drivers have been, oh, who's that that's out? Nickman, he's out.
Wow!
Oh, that's a terrible spot.
I can only imagine there's been traffic involved in that.
Oh my goodness.
Look at where that is on the track.
Oh, Prince, be careful, mate.
He'll know they'll be in a party together. And it's cleared. Well, we'll stay with the race leader, mate, as we come through to back for the 39th and final time. And, well, he's led from pole position. He has the fastest lap, and he has led not all of the laps, so it's not quite the Grand Slam, but he has led a lot of those laps. And he comes around Anthony Noakes, and he is going to win on the streets of Monaco. Prince OK, for not sure what numbered win that is for him of the season, but an important win which will probably take him to the top of the championship, Moosey, with 31 points.
Will. It absolutely will. The question is by how much, and where will Scotty... Oh, Darkness Abyss has got Scotty on the line, has he?
Scotty just fell off a little bit too far back there, mate, so Jury popped in front of Maniac.
And,
or did he? It might be a bit of a glitch, or it might not be. Jury ahead of Maniac, ahead of Darkness, ahead of Scotty, ahead of Nat Hammer, Miller, AJ, M Stone, and Kyo. And unfortunately, Nick Man crashing on the last lap, which is, the second last lap, which is catastrophic for him. Prince OK, Santa, and Roscoe on the podium. Just staying out of the bullshit, Moose.
Yeah, definitely, mate, and very, very, very good effort there from a couple of drivers who've had a very, very nice race indeed. And
yeah, that's right.
Fury's probably the pick of the bunch when you think about it.
Well, yeah, he went from last on lap one, and he started down towards the bottom as well to P5. So
it's
a brilliant drive.
Yeah,
it's between him and Prince today.
Started P17, comes home in 5th. He's definitely my pick. Darkness Abyss also having a very strong showing. Started 19th, comes home for 7th. Nat Hammer starts 18th, comes home for 9th. So some big movers out there. But mate, we've seen Prince OK. He's absolutely dictated this race from start to finish.
Yeah, he has, mate. Driver of the day link in the chat. I just spammed it a couple of times because I forgot to update it. I forgot to update the command, so I've just spammed it manually. But yeah, great result from those up the front. Only 4, mate, stayed on the lead lap there.
Yeah, ridiculous. And well, when you consider that a lap's a minute and 10 roughly, Tent Sandals only a couple of, a handful of seconds off being lapped himself, so he's done very well as well to remain on that lead lap. With no front wing there for the, for the last 10 laps of that race?
Something like that. Or Tent Sandals?
Yeah.
He had no wing for 5 or so laps and then pitted to the softs.
Ah, that's right, yes.
Yes. With some interesting strategies, let's say, from the drivers.
Yeah, it certainly was. There's quite a few drivers that have, had more than a little journey into the pit lane tonight.
Yes. So we'll get all of these guys in for their interviews, Moosey, but the Grand Slam, apart from the led every lap for Prince, Sando took over for 1 lap, maybe 2. But nonetheless, a brilliant performance for him.
Certainly was, and he dictated the entire night. He got it nice and early through all the qualifying sessions, set those lap times very early on, and he'd done exactly the same in the race. And we've said it before, we'll say it again. He's dictated this entire race, this entire night of racing.
He has. He set the pace in the race and in qualifying, being the first driver out in every session.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to get Roscoe in here, being the third driver.
Bags Liddell in the chat. Let's just say the 5-stop definitely didn't work. Yeah,
Sando saying, bro, the balls on Sando to stay side by side on lap 3. That was an amazing battle.
It certainly was, mate.
And the fact that we said it, the fact that none of them were in the fence was both remarkable from both the drivers. That made no sense English-wise, but you know what I fucking mean. Anyway, the man in the third chariot to cross the line has arrived, Moosey. It is Roscoe. Welcome, mate. It's been a while between drinks for you at OSRL, and that must feel pretty good.
Yeah, it does. I can't even think the last time I was in the top 3. I've got to say it's a fair while, but no, I mean it was a good race. Probably got a little bit lucky with a few drivers having a few issues with hitting the walls like usual around Monaco, but other than that, it was pretty boring from my point of view. Just trying to keep it on track, just doing my best for Alpine, and we're doing obviously want to score some good points for constructors, and obviously for combined constructors, Deezy, you would know that. So and also I want to try and push to get inside the top 10, at least try and finish off the season on a high, at least with the 2 rounds to go.
That's right. Try and end on a good note, and the constructors never crosses my mind, mate. Not at all. Well, maybe not for the last 25 seconds before you mentioned it. But yeah, it might have been a bit boring. Maybe the lap traffic keeping you on your toes there for a couple moments during that race. But P3 in Monaco is nothing to turn your chin up at. So well done, mate.
Yeah, cheers, boys, and congrats to the top 2 as well. It was a great drive from both those guys as well.
And Missy, you can move on to P2 because I don't want to give him any praise.
Well, baby Sando, it did get a little bit hot in mouth moment once he hit that lap traffic there. But mate, you look to have a good pace, not quite as good as Prince out front, but your pace was still very, very strong today. Yeah, mate. When you took over from Prince when he came into the box, was there any want to go a little bit deeper into the race, or was it always just about covering him off and getting those fresh tyres back on? Oh, mate, you have brought it home, and you brought it home for P2, mate. Congratulations to you.
Well, Princey, big night for your championship. The win on the streets of Monaco, and by our rough calculations, the lead of the championship, mate.
Easy, I'm so fucking excited, mate. Holy shit. I have not led the whole year, and now 2 races to go in the box seat. Feels good. Feels so good.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been wanting it all season, and finally you've taken the lead. And well, it could possibly be a second drivers' championship for Alpine in season 3. But let's not get ahead of ourselves too soon. Still 2 races to go at Portimao and then Brazil, but it was a brilliant driver from you this evening under the lights, and like Sando, there's a couple of heart and mouth moments that we caught for you there with some crash traffic and some lap traffic, but you handled it brilliantly.
Oh look, when you got one of the stewards letting you through on blue flags on the inside of the tunnel, side by side, you got to wonder. Jesus Christ, I was shitting myself, but look, I got through and I've got the wins, that's all I'm worried about.
If you just interrupt, Fury, don't watch my stream back if you want to hear Prince just going absolutely nuts at you.
Yeah, but you've crossed the line now, and the stress must have instantly evaporated, and the joy set in behind the wheel. So, very well done to you, mates. I haven't even won on the streets of Monaco, so you've done what I haven't.
I'll wait 24 hours, mate.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Heard it here first.
how much are you trying to get redrafted?
He's going to be a captain, mate. I can't draft him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, we move over to driver of the day, the man who was in the pits on lap 1 or lap 2, started in the bottom 5, put on the hards at that stop and went all the way to the end. It was Mr. Fury Strat, driver of the day. Welcome, mate.
That was a race, wasn't it?
Is that what we're calling that?
Like my yacht was very nicely. Fritz, I just wanted to let you go. I didn't want to hold it up. Pretty nice to do it through the tunnel, but when you're a lap car, you've got to think about the cars ahead of you. It's just behind, so close enough so I'll let him by. But yeah, it was pretty much go hard or go home for me. Like, went last week and then got 5, and then the crawling pace at the back pulled me out at the start. So took those hard tyres about 38 laps to struggle, but you know, we got 5. We gained points on Scotty, and I'm not out of the core, but yeah, we'll see how Brazil play out. Yeah, kind of go from there. Hopefully, I've got in the next couple.
Yeah, we'll see. You look like you're struggling, but a brilliant race performance to come home in the top 5, mate. So well done.
And great job to the top 3 for getting the.
Well, Moosey, that's me signed off and done.
Yeah.
Any last words from you?
No, just everyone have fun without me tomorrow night. I'll
You will be missed.
return for Portugal the week after.
Brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. So you won't get to watch me in style win the Monaco Grand Prix
Well,
tomorrow
I'll tell you what,
night.
mate. There's every chance I'll be home in time for the race, so I might just sneak into the commentary box and provide a bit of the Karim action.
Oh, beautiful. Well, see you, everyone. See you tomorrow night for Deezy bottling it once again for a 3rd season in a row. See you later.
Alright, I completely forgot that Origin was on tonight. It was shit to watch, but like it. Yeah, Wutu's in a bit of shit.
Wait till you see my clip of one of the back because I had 48 in front of me.
It was so beautiful. Like, I was just close enough. Okay, like.
Maroon score, baby! Maroon score!
To stop me getting past.
Who said there's a space reserved in hell for Wutu?
Alright, boys, I'm going to go and watch the game. See you later.